Hey there, it's Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics and Urban Farm Project. Anyway, I am getting ready to leave. Everybody thinks that I have some kind of insanity or death wish about going to Bozeman. I'm going to be in partnership working to build an edible landscape, start that activity this summer in Bozeman, Montana at the new Waldorf school that they'll have there. So I will be doing lots of updates and videos and all kinds of stuff through the summer. I'm going to be up there for July, August, and part of September. So far, that's what the agreement is. I'm supposed to be leaving Saturday, July 8th to go up there and start my journey, which will be good. I've been asked by Spirit to go to Yellowstone. My teacher, Bobido, who died last year, June 2016, he was one of the keepers, Blue Thunder, and then his name changed to Rainbow Thunderheart, Bobido. He was one of the keepers of the caldera of the Yellowstone there, and whenever it would get in an uproar for the last 15 years or whatever, he would go up there. Other people would go up there and do ceremony and pray for as long as that it took to release the steam valves on the pressure. So I'm not Bobido, but I think I will go and do what I can do. I just contacted some people by email to find out if anybody's up there now, where they're at, and kind of some details about where I need to go, where Bobido would go. And I'm going to pack my drum and my shaman gear and go up there. It's hard. You know, I'm kind of at a crux here on planet Earth where I think that things might be better off, you know, if there was like major destruction. I'm not completely sold about helping the caldera to release and helping the people, because that's really what it's going to help. It's not going to help the Earth. The Earth will be in a lot better shape if the caldera blows, because it will launch, 35 inches of ash all the way to New York and then all the way south. So anyone who thinks that they're safe in the U.S. from main fallout right away is like not thinking. Science has found 35 inches of ash from the last time that it went off in New York. So the thing is, there's no place that's going to be safe. And immediately there will be enough ash in the atmosphere to block out all sunlight, which means it'll be dark for 5 years, which means everything on Earth will die of respiratory issues and failure, emphysema, but the ash is nutrient for the soil and the land, like heavy nutrient. If the Earth had a chance to restructure herself and heal herself, it would be the caldera blowing and ending all life on Earth and having all the ash and nutrient in the soils to start again. So Bobido used to tell me that the Earth, because this is what he did, he traveled and he did ceremony all over since 2000 to release energies that are held up in the meridians and pressure points or ley lines, if you want to call them, of the Earth, and to heal the violence and damage and murder and scarring upon the Earth. But he said that the Earth will use different tactics to release the pressure and stress of having the humans living on her. It can be hurricanes, volcanoes, winds, tornadoes, earthquakes, shifts. And one of the things that is going on with the Yellowstone situation is that he said that the Middle East is on the opposite side of the caldera of the planet. So all of that war, that violence, everything that happened to Iraq. I mean, the caldera there in Yellowstone really got excited during all this war going on, especially the second part of this Iraqi war. And so Bobido said it was that energy, it was all the violence and the anger and the hate, and the lies and the deception and the violence that was committed against the earth, and living beings over there in that area. And that the caldera was like a giant zit. So all that energy was being pushed into the earth there in the Middle East. And the earth, as a living being, takes it in, but there's too much of it. And then it has to come out like a giant zit. It has to pop or explode or whatever. So he said that a lot of that energy that's going on was perpetuating the caldera. Now, this is the deal. Caldera doesn't have to go off. It doesn't have to do anything. It can be calm and peaceful. But we on this planet are not calm and peaceful people. And we're still not getting along. And we still have a lot of violence and stuff, and agitation and irritation and murder and slaughter and stuff that's gone on, that the earth, just is trying to release herself of, right? So she can start again, so she can start anew. So this is a big problem. Bobido always said that we're going to do this easy or we're going to do it hard. He said we can either all come together and we can live in a good way on the earth and treat the mother the way that the mother is supposed to be treated, and honor and respect and taking care of her and stewarding her and healing all of her meridian ley lines, or whatever you want to call them, from all the scarring and the mining and everything. Or we can do this the hard way and have catastrophic, cataclysmic events and literally blow ourselves off the planet. But either way, it's going to happen, and it's going to be done, because the earth can't, as a living being, she cannot take anymore. She can't do it. So anyway, I will hopefully be able to do some videos. No idea what I'm getting myself into. I'm nervous about it, and now that I've decided to, on my way to Bozeman, head to Yellowstone for a few days and see what kind of work that I can offer and bring to the healing. I have to heal my issues right now about people. I really feel like it would be better for the earth, for the people not to be living on it anymore. So I have to make a decision about where I stand with that, before I go and help. I have to clear myself, and I have to do my own work. So that's kind of like where I'm at. So anyway, more videos to come as I embark on this journey to Yellowstone and then Bozeman, and what happens, and maybe what I go through, and where I find myself, and yeah. So Emoto, I love this story. Bobido used to say Emoto, the Japanese researcher guy, who looked at structured water. He put labels on bottles and freeze it, and then have all these beautiful crystals, or have really awful water. Anyway, Emoto used to come. He called Bobido, and Bobido would say, "Yes, we're going to Yellowstone." Bobido is a Shoshone elder, medicine man, and worked with the ETs. Was taught a lot of things from the ETs. Actually, ETs like irritated him sometimes, right? They were very demanding when they wanted something. Anyway, but he say that, Emoto would come, and so Bobido did all kinds of earth healing ceremonies all over the place. He developed some. The star people helped him to develop some ceremonies, earth healing ceremonies, to reconnect all the points on Earth back to basically the star of life pattern. The big circle, and it has all those things on it. If you're not, just look for the star of life pattern, because that's the shape of the Earth, and all the lines have to meet up again. And so you have to do ceremonies in order to meet up all the lines and get the earth powered back up. And it's a lot of work. A lot of the teachers I've had have lost their lives and died because, and Native people and non-Native who are doing this work because they give their life for the earth and the healing of the earth, and they live in poverty on the road and doing the good work. I've done some, but I haven't been super fully committed. But I think that that's going to change. So just because I carry some legacy in me from some of my teachers, and their work has to be honored, no matter how terrified I am of it all. Mostly, am I doing the right thing, right? I don't want to do any harm to anything or anyone. So, um, anyway, Emoto would come, uh, call Babido, and Babido would say, "Yes, Emoto, the Yellowstone, she's not good. We gotta go do ceremony." And Emoto would say, "Oh, I come." So Emoto would hop on the airplane and he would meet Babido in Yellowstone with his entourage, and the Buddhist people and Emoto, and then everybody would camp out and do ceremony. Sometimes it just was Babido, but to get the calderas and he said that the steam valves would open in the earth. See, the earth is a machine. It's a machine, and it runs like a machine, but we've destroyed the machine, and I really don't know how we're gonna be able to restore that. Anyway, it used to crack me up because Babido was really funny, and so he would basically he loved Emoto, and Emoto died before Babido died, but he would say. He'd say to Emoto, "Hey Emoto, you want to go with me to the Tetons? I got some earth healing ceremonies, I gotta do. Like, you want to come and help with that?" And Emoto would say, "Oh, no, Babido. I only do water. Water, that's it, water. You do everything else. You do the earth healing. I only do water. So I only come to Yellowstone to help you with the water." So, anyway, Babido used to crack up. We used to all laugh. Babido is a pretty amazing guy. But anyway, I guess in honor of him, I'll be heading to Yellowstone. And as soon as I know more about exactly where I'm going, where I'm headed to do this work. So, anyway, that's it. Bridget Lynn Dolgoff, Conscious of Economics. That's your update on Yellowstone and my Bozeman trip. Adios. Bye-bye.